Hey, hello guys. A very happy morning to every one of you. So today we are going to see the newspaper dated July 2025. It's a Sunday edition, and today we are going to see about the new Sunday Express. So the main headlines, we can just begin with the main headlines. So at the beginning, they just told about in Uttar Pradesh the monsoon had become and a lot of people has been died due to the rainfall. It means due to the rain. And so rain-related incidents in the UP claimed 18 lives on Saturday, while Indian Meteorological Department issued alert. It means a heavy alert for Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, and Bengal and Kerala. And you just see entirely it's Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Bengal, and Kerala is entirely far different thing, because north region is located here and southern part is alone located here. So it seems that anyway the monsoon season, it means example northeast, southwest. Sometimes the southwest monsoon may occur also, I think so. So let us see. And next time, see, you can also see that the heavy rainfall and landslide in some of the areas like Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim affected normal life. So in Uttar Pradesh alone, nearly 18 people has been died, and some had died some related to the drowning. It means due to the they have been sink in the rainwater, and some other also died. 2 died in the snake bites. So we need to see about the snake bite also. And retarded for this you would have already seen. So especially why this kind of monsoon occurs now, because one thing we can definitely tell about the climate change. Because of the climate change, a lot of problem is going on. So we can tell about this climate change, and especially you can see in the southern part of the India. In the southern part of the, you can see here in the southern part of India, especially in Kerala alone, most of the rainfall is we can see about its western Ghats and eastern Ghats. Due to this, it becomes a barrier and it doesn't allow to enter into the main Deccan Plateau region. But in Himachal region, it's not like that. So in Himachal Pradesh, directly the rain will occur in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So due to the northeast area is centrally covered by the Himalayan region, or suppose it may be due to the Bay of Bengal warm up also, because due to the now recently sea surface temperature has been increased so much, both in Bay of Bengal and both in the Arabian Sea. So due to this tremendous increase in the sea temperature, the water gets easily evaporated and may fall the rain in the nearby location or more travel to the far more location. Because whenever a cloud need to dissipate rain, means you need to combine, because a small droplets can't form a rain in a particular way. So you need to combine lot of rain. It means lot of clouds has to be combined, and later only the clouds may disperse the rainfall. So we need to look into this issue also. So, and the next one of the major good work I consider is a new road to Dalat Big only near the LAC by the end of next year. So what now the Indian government had did is they have taken the recent steps, and not only the Indian government, the BRO, the Border Road Organization, and the Ministry of Defence also took a long initiative to construct a road to connect these two areas. So why we are mainly considering this one? Because we also know this accession is also being captured and annexed by the China and Tibet area also. So due to this, Tibet is also captured by China. So it's near to Tibet. So that I am only mentioning this. So especially this kind of areas, we need to construct a lot of roads and lot of low altitude, that the terrain mapping, lot of low altitude radars, and you are also known about the Zorover, the lightweight battle tank. So nowadays the L&T also enhances the project, especially the Zorover tank, especially the early warning, the drone system also, which we have been buying from Israel government. I just forgot the device name. And so lot of equipments has been recently implemented in this terrain also, because this is a high altitude area, because you can't easily directly go with a straight way. It's not a one way or two way, because as it consists of lot of mountain and a lot of terrain, it means full of rough areas. So we need to consider each and everything. So you would have seen that the new road which runs along the parallel to existing. So this kind, so it the under construction road is about 130 km and has 9 bridges of 40 ton capacity. So they have mentioned that definitely it will take the next year to complete the entire project. And you also seen about the Sasar Lake, a long tunnel which has been constructed. It is detailed reports it will take 4 years to complete the tunnel project. You just say to complete a tunnel project itself, it takes lot of time. It means we have to construct the roads, we have to construct the bridges alongside with the tunnels, considering the routes and terrains and the rough climate, all the climatic condition and workforce. We need to construct in a deeper way. So we need a huge department we can't construct, okay, just open the map and scan, just zoom the Google map, and okay, here the mountain is, okay, we can construct. No, definitely we can't, because when we see in a visual way, it's far more difficult to construct each and everything. So we need to destroy each and every the roadways, we need to destroy the already existing the older roadways and the rough areas and the rough rocks and lot of things we need to destroy and construct in a new way. So we need to consider each and everything. So they also mentioned that the travel time from 2 days will be reduced to 11 to 2 hours. So definitely this must be done, because nowadays the lot of diplomatic talks occurred within the India and China, and because of this the Chinese government had also implemented a lot of construction activities in the LOC, line of actual control, and alongside with the Arunachal Pradesh nearby areas. So India also need to do in a lot of way, because if China is doing 50%, India is only doing about 10%. So this 10% should be increased now to 50%. This 10% should be increased to 100%. So then at the time only we can directly deploy the artilleries, especially the buffer artilleries, the artillery guns, a lot of other equipments at the strategic point within a minimum amount of time. So we need to consider that also. Okay, then yes, this is another also important thing that I think it need to be considered, because Trump latest 5 jet was shot down during the India-Pakistan conflict. So Trump, you would also known about the Trump, who is a erratic person and who claims that he had stopped the Operation Sindhu, and he also confirmed that he stopped the major war that's occurring between India and Pakistan. So he directly, I will just read this one. So you just see. So Donald Trump has said 5 jets were shot down during the conflict in May. He just told about 5 jets were shot down. He did not mention Indian jet was shot down or Pakistan jet was shot down. He just represented that just 5 fighter jets has been shot down. So you can clearly tell this. The United States, especially Donald Trump, is predicting the falsified information across the world, that he has stopped the conflict between a lot of countries, the Iran, Israel, and a lot of other countries. Stopped this, stopped that, just telling all the kind of falsified information. Even though the India has told that any foreign countries, third-party countries has been not been involved in this area, he just told I stopped the war, and he keeps on blaming around this thing also. So you would have also known hours later, that means after this response from the Donald Trump, he just told BRICS as a little group that wants to take over the domination of the dollar. And suppose if the BRICS currency has been implemented, or if the BRICS initiative has been taken, definitely I will impose 10% tariff on all the BRICS nations. So you don't know what about the Trump will do. Suddenly he will put tariff, and okay, suddenly okay, no tariff, let's switch over to the back, let us mingle with the person, and okay, let us go in a normal way. Like that he used to jungle and mingle up the same answers in a different ways. So another one thing that caught my eye is the BDS student dies by suicide, faculty held. So this is also an important thing that we have to see. A second year BDS student died by suicide alleged harassment of the faculty members in Sarda University in Greater Noida. So Noida is a great place for manufacturing lot of semiconductors, lot of other equipments also. So we need to see about this also. So Jyoti Sharma, a 21-year-old, she died, and in that she had mentioned these 2 teachers who made a lot of harassment and who did not give a proper work, like lot of things you could not also see about this one. So in this, suppose you can read, I think so. In this you can see what are the things. Sorry, I can't bear it anymore. The students wrote in. So later on, what they said, they just arrested these 2 faculties, and now the investigation is been going on. So what kind of things that might be done in against these 2 faculty members? Definitely, in my prediction, they will be sentenced to jail only. Or suppose one thing they have, it means the government may give, or the college or authority may give the amount to the person, it means the female students who had died, and so let us wait and see what's going to occur. Another one thing that concerns me is this also, the miscreants in 15 years old fire in Odisha. See, in this, guys, I just read, but in my point of view, there is something missing in this para. You just see, it just tells about a 15 years old girl who was traveling from one place to another place. While she was traveling, some persons kidnapped her, and you could see 3 youths ganged her with a handkerchief and abducted her on bike. Police said they took her to the bank of Bhargavi river, and where she was dosed with inflammable substance. And in order to save her life, the girl ran towards her home. It means the persons took the girl and they put up the inflammable materials to fire the girl. And after that, what they have did is, and she means along with the firing things, the girl ran towards the neighboring house or something, and later on she was saved, and nearly 70% of the fire, it means the skins and the remaining other things were entirely burnt. 30% is okay, but one thing is why they have to do, because three youths ganged her. One thing they haven't mentioned about the rape kind of activity, because lot of things, if they committed any kind of rape incident, definitely they will burn the victim. Or one case scenario they should do this, or second case scenario, these three youths may be hired by any other professions or any other kind of cat. It means in my example in movie scenes, like, so this 15 years old girl might have seen any kind of other unwanted things that's been occurring in the surroundings. So after seeing this thing, the girl must have warned the required authorities, required persons. So as you have seen in a lot of movies, and the main person who may have given little kind of amount to the three persons and to kill her. So they might have done like this also. So we need to see, because they still haven't done any kind of investigation, but now their investigation will be going on. So after this investigation only we might know what's going to occur in the things. Okay, the next thing you would have seen about this Annamalai, maybe become the BJP General Secretary. This is a very good thing, guys, because we have known about this Annamalai because he is an reputed IPS officer, and who also did his duties in Karnataka. And in my point of view, when comparing to a lot of other politician persons, Annamalai is a far more better thing. It means for not a far more better thing. It's a far more good person in my point of view. Sometimes the politician may jungle mingle, may tell the answers ulta fulta, but in my point of view, Annamalai is a good guy, because he tells each and everything with a straightforward way. And suppose if he tells anything wrong, he directly tells. If he tells anything falsified, he agrees with and changes his behavior. So in my point of view, Annamalai is a good person. Okay, we can just go to the next one. So you would have seen about this incident, Nimisha Priya, and she had convicted a murder against her partner in 2017 in the Yemen. So later she was sentenced to death, but after that the Indian government had a talk with the Yemen government, and later she was being released, not for the, it means not for the rope hang to death penalty, but definitely what in the Yemen government, the Islamic law, they are telling is, so it means this person's family members or parents or their relatives, they must give certain amount to the victim who she murdered. So if they accepted, it means if the victim person accepted the money, then only they will accept it. Okay, they will feel it's okay, guilty. The person, it means Nimisha Priya is guilty, and okay, just leave it. And suppose if the victim's person told, we don't accept the money, we need the death penalty for this Nimisha Priya, they will give the death penalty, because it actually depends upon the victim's person also. So we need to see about this too. And see, sometimes you can also see here, sorry guys, see, sometimes you can also see here Abdul Rahim. So what he had there did is, he was a taxi driver and he was driving a small kid, and he had a breathing problem, so he had a medical tube. So some little accident had happened, and later on the tube has been filled from his breathing area, and later on the boy was dead. So they find at the beginning, they find that the death penalty sentence to Abdul Rahim, and later on it was changed, and nearly 34 crores of dinar was paid to the boy's parents, and 20 years of jail sentence has been imposed on him. So these are the incidents that's been occurring in the Muslim areas. So we need to see about this thing too. See, here we can also mention the concept of blood money first introduced as solution to end this mindless saga of killings. So in Muslim rule it's been there, but in Hindu rule it's not been here, as is given in this kind of thing. See, you can also see, while there is no concept of blood money under the Indian rule, it means Indian law, and if dinar is accepted, then the death penalty sentence will be lifted. If not, definitely they may tell any kind of other, it means they may put any kind of other penalty or death penalty or some kind of other jail sentence to them also. And Here is also a good thing because we would have also mentioned about the Russian sanctions pulls India into the war zone, because nowadays we would have seen about the Donald Trump the recent incident, and he had just given 50 days time plan for Russia to surrender or to stop the entire war, and also more patriot system has been given for the Ukraine nowadays in recent days. And see, the countries continue to trade with Russia will be slapped with 100% tariff. See, before they have told about 500% tariff, they have been able to told about 100% tariff. And see, the other thing also, especially the China, India, Brazil, and Turkey. Turkey, who is a NATO member, that's the most funniest thing. Who is a NATO member and also buys lot of weapon equipment from the Russia, and even the NATO member is not considering about the Turkey at all. And Turkey is also being is a main big company. It's not a company, it's main big country that produces large of drones, especially the well qualified drones and well versatile drones, especially the Bayraktar which has been given to the Pakistan during Operation Hindu. And we might not consider that's a simple drone or it's a waste drone, because Turkey is very well, has a very good scientist, especially in the drone sectors. And see, despite the Western sanction, Russia earned 192 billion from oil alone in the last year. So you need to see about this one, because this entire money will fund the war, and the Ukraine also will not stop, and the Russia will also not stop. One one thing, either third party country, especially in my point of view, India is far more a good country that can minimize the both damages between the other two countries. So negotiator must be, but in my point of view, India might be a good negotiator, I think so, because if America is being negotiated between two countries, definitely the some kind of profit that might be expected by the America, because you would have seen about the, especially the rare earth elements which is been in the Ukraine, so they need to grab, so we need to see about this also. And the other thing is, see, the before pandemic the India has imported only 1% of the crude oil from Russia, but now it's about 35%. See, where is 1%, see where is 35%. So mostly it's giving the discounted price. So what the NATO and the USA is saying is, suppose if you not stop with this war, we will put a very many tariff. So in the Indian side, what they are saying, Indian oil minister Hardeep Puri told, before the, it means the oil, it means the barrel per oil is about $60. But suppose if this continues and if the problem is going on, the tariff or something like that, means definitely it will shoot around to 130 to $140. So this will definitely trigger a lot of problems internally and externally also. So we need to see in this lot of things. And see, the Brazil imports Russian oils, Russian diesels 600%, guys. See, 600%. See before and see now. So it's totally drastically opposite to each other, because before the Brazil did not have any good communication with the Russia, and later on it has been surged to 600%, means we need to see this also. See, if Russia does not back off, then the impact could be quite catastrophic for the world economy. So one thing we need to consider each and everything, because one, Russia comes to the world and say some things, or the other countries which buys the oil from the Russia will come and tell something to the world countries also. So here you can also see the 29.7 billion worth of goods in India imported from China in April, and registering a growth in 12% year on year. So India imported from China. So you need to see about the Indian government may sell that we are not buying from the India, we are not buying from the China, but see what of goods India imported from China. So we need to look onto this also. That to see, guys, April to June, April, May, June, within 3 months, nearly $30 billion dollars we has been given to China. So we also need to see about how much things India exported to China. So one thing definitely they are importing, means one thing there may be rare earth elements, semiconductors, any kind of other chip, any kind of many versatile, it means many the, how to say, the precision equipments, because in yesterday's news also I just covered about the precision instrument that's been imported from China. So we need to consider in this thing too, guys. So next thing we can go about, so this thing is a normal thing, it's okay. And the second thing, you can also see about the Uttarakhand led bioconservation effect to restore critically endangered plant. So 14 critical endangered plant category plant species, they are now taking some initiatives to reduce this kind of endangered species and to populate this endangered species plants especially. Okay, this one is also one thing that we need to consider because Uttar Pradesh chopper cash. So what they are just telling is, it means the aircraft. It means, sorry, the not aircraft. The helicopter has did an emergency landing. So due to the emergency landing, what it occurred is the overhead fiber cable was, it means, was passing through the rotor blade suddenly at that moment. So it gets struck and it has hit the rotor blade alongside with the cable. So that led to the catastrophic incident of the chopper crash, which led to death of nearly 6 people. So the chopper crash, it means the pilot is about 59 years old pilot and 100 hours flying hour experience also had. So we need to consider all of these things because the chopper is the main incident. And recently we are also purchasing about the Apache helicopter from which country? United States of America. So we also have lot of indigenous thing, but when we compare about the USA Apache, it's about so much. It's like a versatile thing because it can be easily uploaded in lot of other terrain. But one thing we have to consider, Apache is only considered, in my point of view, we need to consider about high altitude area. Because high altitude area is not a simple thing, guys, because we need to suddenly go to the Leh, suddenly we need to go to the Akshay Chin and a lot of other kind of high altitude area. In high altitude area, it means the engine's capability will definitely will go low. So we need to give more fuel because there the air density, air capacity and the oxygen quantity will be far more lesser and pressure also will be far more lesser. So at that high altitude area, we need to burn excessive amount of fuel there. So there might be any incident like that. Suppose when suddenly they are going to the above height condition, so there might be any kind of problem that's been occurring in the engine problem. So they did an emergency landing. In my point of view, I'm saying, so during that emergency landing, the fiber cable that may be have interacted with the rotor blade and lead to the catastrophic incident also. So we need to consider in all the perspectives. So and this one, we can also see that the Meta and Google official has to appear before enforcement director in an illegal betting app case. So this looks so funny to me, guys, because betting app nowadays, all of the actor and actress is coming and showing the advertisement. So now what is the use of targeting the Meta and Google? Because there is no use, because there are a lot of betting apps, a lot of illegal betting apps that's been going on. So we need to consider the main thing. Instead of considering this Meta and Google, we need to first focus on the actor and actors. We need to put a lot of penalties against the actor and actors. Means definitely no one will come to the performance, no one will come to the betting app ads. So if we stop this, that means why the people are going to download this one? Because of the actor and actress face only they are downloading most of the time. In my point of view, I'm just telling. So this is all the other thing. And second thing, this is, we need to consider this thing also, guys. So now the monsoon section is going to occur. So monsoon section. So one thing is about the Operation Sindoor they will talk, and definitely the Congress party will tell about why this kind of thing. And Indian Air crash in Air India 17 crash, and they are just requesting to entirely deliver. It means entirely give the preliminary report of the entire cockpit conversation instead of giving a particular configuration conservation. Particular talking, you need to give about all of the talking that's been occurring in the cockpit. So the inflation. So now recently the retail inflation and food inflation has been decreased. So why this kind of thing decreased? And the vegetables and oil prices has been surged, but it means reduced down. But the fruits and other kind of things, especially the fruits 17% and the personal care products 12% has been increased. So we need to see about this also. So the MSP, it means the minimum support price, and remaining kind of the MSME schemes, and we need to consider. So that kind of things, and bridges and potholes. So because recently we also know about the bridge collapse in Vedanta killed 21 persons. So lot of things in now parliament section, now monsoon section will be going on. So we need to consider that also. Second thing is in this a normal thing only has been showing on. In this thing I think so it's okay nowadays. Okay guys, okay, that's it I think so today's news. So I hope you like and enjoy this video. So just give me the comment section, and what are things I need to tell in the newspaper especially, because there are a lot of varieties, the regional news, the business news and the political news, geopolitical and the current updates like that. So if you give me certain comments, I will definitely improve myself and give me a better version in this my YouTube channel. Okay guys, then thank you, see you in the next video. Tada, bye bye.